What up everyone, it's your man Nycc87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends news video, and what I have for you today is a recap of the Marvel Legends New York Comic Con 2025 reveals. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's talk about it. Let's get straight into it, and the first reveal is kicking off the new BAF wave, and that is World War II Logan. Technically, this was already shown off at San Diego Comic-Con, but this is giving us a closer look. Not going to repeat myself since I already covered this, but I'm still a big fan of this. I like all the accessories, and I want to see how cool he would look on that Captain America World War II bike. Next up is Warbow. It's just Crystar in green with a bandolier, a new belt piece, and a bow, obviously. I love the Crystar figure, but honestly, this wasn't really needed. I'm good with just Crystar and don't really see the need to add characters from his lore when there are so many other important characters we needed first and foremost in the line. Iron Man Model 72. I love the color scheme of this armor with the black and red as the primary and secondary colors, followed by some gold and silver trimming. I think this is an all new sculpt. Definitely some new parts going on here. The forearm plates are interchangeable to add on his cannon pieces, alternate hands and effects. Only looking forward to this to add to my Hall of Armor collection. Dark Avenger Spider-Man. Okay, this figure came out way better than expected because I don't trust them making 6-arm Spider-Man figures, but this one came out looking pretty clean, man. All new torso with all new arms, and each one of those 6 arms are completely pinless. Looks like he has the Amazing Fantasy legs, so the proportions look a little wonky because the elongated torso on the shorter legs is throwing me off a bit. But it's still not that bad, and he's going to look super dope when posed. He's got alternate hands and 2 heads, one with wide eyes opened and the other squinting. Despite my tiny little gripe, I really like this damn thing. Phantom Rider. As much as I love the look of this figure, I'm low-key kind of mad because why waste a figure like this without his horse? They should have saved this as a deluxe to be released with a horse. This is a waste of a slot now because if the horse wasn't going to be the BAF, then they should have included someone else that we need more, like a comic Nebula. Anyone they should have added that wouldn't be a waste. Complaint aside, this look is so cold, man. Something about the all white that just makes this look sleek. He's on the Vulcan buck, and I see some new layers like the belt and holsters, gloves, shield boots, and a new cape. The head sculpt is amazing. He has alt hands and 2 Cougar Magnums for accessories. I like this, but he deserved his own deluxe offering with the horse. Finally, a Werewolf by Night. It's been about 2 decades since the last time in the Toy Biz Monsters multi-pack. He's on the Jackal Buck with either new legs or a retool of the Wolverine and Deadpool Logan legs because it has that weird looking texture on the pants. It's got some tattering, so that looks new to me. Jackal feet are reused here as well. No accessories, man. I'm bummed about that. Head sculpt is okay. I think they could have done better, but it's fine. An alternate head would have been nice, and that was definitely needed here. Enchantress. I'm happy we are getting a new Amora, but man, I'm a little disappointed at the same time. I was hoping for an all-new sculpt because I hated the scrawny legs on the last one, but all they did was keep those same scrawny legs and retooled it to pinless. She needed better looking legs. Heels are the same, and even the skirt piece is the same as well. What is new here are the double jointed pinless arms, new torso with seams running down, sadly no upgraded torso, and a new head with the face print deco, but the hair sculpt is 10 times better than the last one. For hands, she gets a pair of fists and open hands. Another thing that's new is she gets a new mystical effects for an accessory. Not the same old hex bolts or flame pieces. We see them rehash over and over again for mystical type characters. So for anyone that missed out on Amora the Enchantress, or if you already have the old one and want to add a new one to your shelf, then you can place one in your Asgardian shelf or Masters of Evil. Scourge the freaking Executioner, baby. My prediction was spot on for the BAF. I've been calling it since the wave got leaked on the rumor mill. I told you the BAF would be the Executioner. My source was Trust me, bro. All joking aside, I said it only made sense for this to be the Bath. To be fair, at the same time, Phantom Rider's horse could have been a Bath, but I have yet to see them do something as big as a horse and split that across 7 figures in a wave for a Bath. Trust me though, I'm much happier with this being the Bath than a horse, which is why, again, I felt like that Phantom Rider should have been its own deluxe offering. But bottom line is that the Executioner was the much more important character. He's been highly requested, and it's so good to see more Asgardian love. He came out pretty much exactly as I pictured him to be. He's tall and bulky. I think Dwight said he's not as tall as Odin, but is much bigger than Thor, so he's like right in between their height. I love the color scheme with the blues, blacks, and purple. Got some silver painted studs. There's a slight wash at the tips of the gladiator skirt. That's cool. Gotta have the boots with the fur. I think the only thing they should have changed was single jointed arms. The elbow cut on bare arms like that doesn't look good. And he also has a swivel on the bicep. I hate that elbow swivel, bicep swivel combination. It's just like, man, one or the other. Even if it had the same range, it would have looked cleaner. I know single jointed arms don't look bad all the time, because even if it had the same range as a double joint, it would have looked cleaner with the double jointed sculpting on it, you know? I think they could have gotten away with the double jointed arms with the same range, maybe more, but that's just me. The head sculpt is awesome, and for accessories, he'll have his signature double-sided axe and some alt hands. So happy to finally see Scourge the Executioner. Someone that I haven't stopped talking about, wanting in the line these past few years. Say thank you, Hasbro, so that X-Mania 87 can finally shut up about it now. But also thank me too, because I probably bugged them to death so many times about it, so that it can end up in your hands too. So yeah, I'll take credit for that. The Marvel Legends Executioner Bathwave pre-order goes up tomorrow, October 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be an Amazon and fan channel shared exclusive. It will retail for $27.99 each and is slated for holiday 2025. So following the Crystal and Lockjaw 2-pack, we get another Inhumans 2-pack, Black Bolt and Triton. This was on the rumored leaks list, and Black Bolt is updated. But I'm extremely disappointed it's not on the Punisher War Journal book. I don't know why they went with Vulcan, as the Punisher War Journal physique is better suited for Black Bolt with the right bulk and upgraded torso. Instead, we get an outdated torso. They did the cape wings wrong again. They are clip-on pieces this time, and it's not stuck like the last time. You know, that was just hindering all sorts of articulation. It just looked awful. But if you want to display them down or, you know, spread out, you have your options there. It should have been a fabric cape keyed into the sculpt like they did the first time around in the Walmart exclusive Nemesis Bathwave back in 2008. Wasted a lot of plastic here. He got 3 sets of hands and 2 heads. One relaxed with normal pupils and the other yelling with all white pupils. He would have been so much more fun to pose if he was on that Punisher War Journal book, man. Damn, this makes me sad. Triton is the star of the pack for me. You know, at first I thought they would reuse the scaly torso from the Retro Wave Mad Jack figure, but they actually went with an all-new sculpt. Man, I know I give Hasbro a lot of shit, but they are really showing me how much effort they've been putting into their comic figures, and I will always give them their flowers when I see them trying. So, all new scaly torso with butterfly joints, new belt, all new scaly legs too, so this tells me that this won't be reused for Green Goblin either. You can see the purple trim of the scaly armor on the sides of his body that is bulging out. My hopes are high for a new comic Green Goblin that I'm guessing will be a maximum one day. This looks great. Only reuse here are the gloves and boots. He's got those swimming alt hands too, that's reused. 2 heads. Not feeling the modern head with the mask on, so it's classic for me all day. Pre-orders, I'm getting 2 different dates on the Pulse panel. They said next Thursday, October 16th, but the Hasbro PR email is telling me another date for Tuesday, October 21st. And I'm providing you an image here for proof, because sometimes you told me, oh, you got the date wrong. You know, sometimes they switch up on me. It'll say one thing on the panel, and the Hasbro email PR will say something entirely different. So, you know, just want to be transparent with you. I did reach out to Dan Yoon privately, so I'll wait to get clarification. And I'm sure he'll address it once he's aware. He's normally good with communicating those dates for us. But with that said, it will retail for $57.99 and is slated for a fall 2025 release. And we're getting another Inhumans 2-pack, this time a deluxe 2-pack with Medusa and Gorgon. This one caught me by surprise because I don't remember this being on the leaked list. Maybe it was, and I just forgot. I tell you, man, I think I'm having some sort of like onset Alzheimer's, man. But Medusa and Gorgon, man, I'm just so freaking elated here. Hell yeah, this was the version of Medusa I wanted. Her classic look with the bare legs showing, and I'm even happier she's on the upgraded torso. Like, that makes me freaking happy. I really wish they did the same for Crystal, because I said it back then when I reviewed her, because it's hard to go back to the outdated torsos for females once we got our feel for the new one. She's got new cuffs at the gloves and boots, and they did something new with the hair. They added an articulation point in the middle of the hair so you can move it left or right. Not sure if it's on a ball joint to see if you can rock it forward and back. I do have an image up here, but it's just hard to tell. Don't know if it's just a hard line swivel that's left to right. I'm thinking it's a ball joint. But yeah, at least they tinkered with the hair here, because Dwight even acknowledged the last Medusa was just not fun. It was not a fun figure to pose around at all. It was just annoying as hell to try to get that figure to stand. So yeah, Dwight is right. And this is a different approach, as I thought they would do the interchangeable wig system to swap hair pieces, or maybe create a base where the hair can elevate her as an effect stand. But this works. Another thing they did differently was give her interchangeable face plates. Beautiful faces. This works best with that large hair of hers. So you get one face that's relaxed and an angry expression. She'll have alt hands too, so fist and open hands. I love the glossy jet black paint on this. I love everything about it so far. I'll just wait for final judgment on that hair, as I need to feel how it functions. But they made it so that you can better balance the figure for posing, and I'm glad that they were considerate of that. But damn, this Gorgon. Oh man, Gorgon. He would have made for a great bath, but I'm happy to only pay a 2-pack pricing instead of a whole wave, so I won't complain there, especially when these 2-packs are helping me complete teams quicker. He's got the Caliban bath torso and arms, all new hind legs, and he looks really, really tall. Just look at the size comparison here next to Medusa. So I like the scaling. No retooling or reuse from the Rintra bath, so you know that these are all new hooved feet. He's got some new add-on layers like the wristbands, belt piece, and his poncho. Great looking head sculpt. He's got his energy mace. I forgot what he calls it. And he's got alt hands too. He's going to be one of the most imposing looking figures on the Fantastic Four shelf, as that's where I have my Inhumans Royal Family displayed. Pre-orders go live on Tuesday, October 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be an Amazon and fan channel shared exclusive. It will retail for the deluxe 2-pack pricing of $62.99 and is slated to release fall 2025. Spider-Man 2099 is the first figure shown for the 2026 roster, and that will be part of a new Spider-Man retro wave. This is a better update than the last one back in 2021 or 2022. I don't know what they were thinking putting that on the outdated Pizza Spidey, but this here is on the Renew Your Vows. Only thing new here are the spiky forearms and a new head sculpt, which looks great. It's a much more brighter and vibrant color scheme. I know some people like their 2099 in the dark blue, while some like it brighter. I'm cool with either or. It doesn't really bother me, but this is definitely more eye-catching. It's a new web cape too on the back. Not sure if it's removable or keyed into the sculpt. My biggest disappointment is that he doesn't have a Miguel O'Hara alternate head. Like, what the hell do we have to do in order to finally get that unmasked head for a 2099 figure? Come on, man. This is $28. You expect us to almost pay $30 for this figure and not give us an extra head? Come on. Give us the extra head. I'm done with all hands being the only options. Like, all hands are a necessity no matter what. But I need more Nunu to this. Really wish they would do more in the accessory department for one of my all-time favorite Spider-Man costumes. The next reveal made me let out a huge sigh of relief, more than shock and excitement. While I'm still shocked and excited, I'm just finally relieved that we are getting one of the most fan-demanded characters in the line for the Spider-Man series. No more creator licensing issues that held him hostage from appearing in the line. He looks as every bit of awesome as I expected him to be. I'm happy they went with his classic look. All new sculpt here, and you can see they even sculpted the line work of his little lifeline scanner symbols on his costume. That's pretty dope. No upgraded torso here, just the torso rocker. No butterfly joints either, but he still looks pretty badass, and the face sculpt looks so tough. He's got swappable hands. The default hands are not evened out, sadly. But the power staff with the translucent blue orbs that you can plug onto the end tips just looks visually satisfying to make his overall presentation feel complete. Can't wait to get this in my hands. These were the only two figures shown out of the wave for the 2026 Retro Spider-Man wave. They will go up for pre-order on Wednesday, October 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It will retail for $27.99 each and is slated for a spring 2026 release. The rest of the wave is to be determined and revealed at a later date. And the final reveal of the day was the made-to-order item, and I had a feeling the made-to-order item was going to be X-Men 97 related. I was right, but I really thought it was going to be Bastion Nimrod, and quite surprised it wasn't, to be honest. The made-to-order was finally revealed as the X-Men 97 Apocalypse. I gotta hand it to Hasbro. I didn't think they would make Apocalypse as a made-to-order. I really thought they would save him for a HasLab because he's such a popular character. Like, I know they know that they would have gotten more money for him as a HasLab because he would have easily funded. So I wonder what made them go this less greedy route. I mean, it is technically a cartoon version and not comic. You can make the case the cartoon is from the comics, sure. But now with this release, it can hurt them if they ever wanted to make a comic one with a different color in the future as a HasLab, because people will perhaps settle more for this one over an expensive HasLab if they ever wanted to make him over 20 inches tall, let's say. Just curious to know what they were thinking here with that. Interesting. First off, I gotta say that this thing is absolutely badass. He's got his purple and blue color scheme, so if you have the retro one, you can stand this behind him for a growing effect on display. You can see some slight cell shading on the muscle definition at the thighs. The underboob at the blue section of the armor has that cell shading too, and right at the traps as well. So I don't know if that's going to bother some people because I know they stopped mostly with the cell shading, but to add it on here is kind of random. There is some lack of paint visibility. I wonder if they'll change anything before release time so they can be sprucing it up a bit more and add to it. But let's talk about the scaling on this guy, because Dwight or Dan said they made him accurate to scale as how he appeared in the season 1 intro cameo part of the show with Cable. And here he is next to Cable for comparison. So he measures at 12 inches tall, which honestly isn't bad at all for those who've been clamoring for a much larger Legends Apocalypse. That's only 2 inches shorter than the Toy Biz Bath. that Toy Biz bath was 14 inches or so, I believe. So a really good height for those that feel like the 8-inch bath didn't do it for them. Look at all these accessories though, 11 accessories in total. He has 2 heads, so you get a stern and an angry grin for expressions, open all hands, 3 different types of blast effects, and about 5 weaponry limbs. So you'll get to swap out the hands for a sword, a drill, his tri-cannon, which looks upscaled from the retro one, a spiked mace, and a shield with his logo on it. All cool looking accessories. All these shots look great with his accessories, and you can see the tubes are placed perfectly on the elbow joint. Look at that. A 12-inch figure with double jointed elbows, yet they couldn't do that for the 8-inch Maximum Hulk. Oh, I ain't letting that one go. They need to know so they can do better for Hulk next time. But I love that they put the effort into doing that much here, because it looks so much cleaner here. As I would have hated a single cut, because I hate seeing elbow swivel cuts when there's a bicep cut at the same time. You guys already know this. Whether it's on smaller or larger figures, like how we just saw it on the Executioner bath. I love that figure, but damn, that's just one of my biggest headaches to see on an action figure. I don't see anything major on articulation, you know. He's got the standard articulation you expect at the limbs. I see just the upper torso rocker. I don't even know if he has the waist swivel on top of that, to be honest. Like, you know what I mean? The hardline waist swivel. Can't tell if he has butterfly joints either. He might. It could be hidden underneath the shoulder armor, but can't say for sure. No toe joints. I hope the neck moves well. I know he's super bulky, but I still hope he's fun to pose. I do have some concerns in that area, but I think it'll be fine on hand. His sculpt looks great with all the armored bits and cartoon accurate design. He's going to have a lot of replay value, I can tell, with all these accessories, and the scaling is great for comic or animated series display. I personally love this. If you ask me what I like more for a large Apocalypse, this or the Toy Biz, I don't know if this beats the Toy Biz Bath one for me that the Four Horsemen sculpted, because, oh man, that one was just so special. But there are some things I see here that I find I like a little bit more so with this one. Honestly, look guys, I don't care about the comparison of Toy Biz and Hasbro anymore. It's a tired act of discourse. If I like it, I like it. I just care about it being a great and enjoyable figure over what's better or not, because that can ruin the fun for me, and opinions can change any day, so I just want to enjoy my toys. The made-to-order Apocalypse is available for pre-order right now exclusively on Hasbro Pulse. It retails for $119.99 and ships in fall of 2026. Pre-order closes on Sunday, November 9th, the minute before midnight strikes. You will not be charged up front at point of sale. You will be charged when the item ships next year. You can cancel anytime before shipping without penalty or a restocking fee. If you cancel after the pre-order window closes, you will not be able to go back and reorder. Lastly, the teaser was shown what looked to be Cole Obsidian's hammer, at least the MCU concept design, which was a bath before they updated him in a multi-pack with the correct scythe. This threw me off because I'm thinking, okay, does this mean we are getting his comic counterpart, Black Dwarf? But then I remembered his comic version used an axe. As my eyes are traveling around this thing, I start seeing bullets surrounding it, and it reminded me of the 1995 Ultra Fleer trading card of Grizzly shooting his axe blaster and the bullets flying all around. So it's gotta be that. And if so, I'm so damn excited because I've been wanting to add Grizzly to my 90s X-Force collection. Alright, that's a wrap, and all I got to say is that I'm surprised we got as many reveals as we did. I was just expecting the Executioner Bath Wave and the made-to-order item for reveals. But just like last time where I expected a little less, they gave us a little bit more. But we got treated to a sneak peek for next year's wave, a couple of Inhumans 2-packs, and a teaser. I love the Executioner Wave lineup. I love the bath itself. Medusa and Gorgon was awesome. Even Triton. Cardiac kicks ass and the Apocalypse is a big ass badass. I know that was too much ass for you to handle in one sentence. My bad, I'll tone it down, alright? Don't cancel me, man. Y'all know me, I'm just a big goof. But Apocalypse is most likely the MVP of the panel. He's just freaking huge, and that's what most of us wanted for an Apocalypse Legends figure. But the price might not make everyone jump in right away. $120 for a 12-inch figure might rub some people the wrong way. That's like $10 per inch. I remember their 13-inch MCU Surtur being at $50. And then, what was their last 12-inch figure? It was Super Adaptoid. That was a 12-inch figure at $80, which was reused from a 12-inch Legends figure that was $50 before. I don't know. Maybe I was expecting the price to be a little bit higher because, one, I know prices are higher now, and also he comes with a lot more. Like, so much more. I was thinking $140 at first when I saw all the accessories. So $120 to me, I didn't find too bad. I was hoping for 100, maybe between 100 to 110 at the very least. So 120 isn't too far off from what I projected in my head. Again, not trying to defend Hasbro here, but it's a lot cheaper than a HasLab alternative, and there's plenty of 12-inch figures that go for over $200. Hard for me to object. He's $40 more than Mephisto, and I don't think Mephisto was worth $80, as he looks like a basic-ass figure. There I go with the ass again. Damn, I failed that quickly. The throne shouldn't make Mephisto $80. We don't even know what kind of material the throne is made of because we never got that transparency. We don't know if it's plastic, polystone, or what if it's that cheap squeaky rubber material that blows out air like the first Storm Collectible Shao Kahn figure. Because if that's the type of hollow material, then holy sugar, what a ripoff. I hope not, but we don't know that yet because, again, they never told us. Polystone is heavy, so that would jack up the price on anything, but yeah, something like that would be nice to know before placing an order. At least I know with this, we are getting a lot of chunky plastic for a 12-inch figure. I think Hasbro was pitching with all gas today. Hasbro said, y'all don't want the smoke. An overall great showing. My least favorite reveal was Warbow, but nothing else really stood out that bad to me other than being disappointed with the Black Bolt figure not giving him the War Journal buck. Now, my favorite reveals were Apocalypse being my top favorite, then Executioner second, Gorgon third, and as much as I wanted Cardiac more than Gorgon, I think Gorgon came out the better looking figure. But Cardiac gets number 4 and Classic Medusa gets number 5. So those were my top 5 reveals of the day. I give today's New York Comic Con reveals an overall score of a 9 out of 10. I'm going that high. I thought it was a great showing. And with an event like New York Comic Con, that's when you go and show up with your banger reveals. And we got some good bangers today. Now I kick it back to you. What do you think of today's reveals? What was your least favorite reveal? And name me your top 5 favorite reveals in order. Any day one pre-order locks for you? Comment below. Let me know. We'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends news video. Please follow me on Instagram at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace.